Hold on. Is this set up for Skype?
Yeah. Wait. They're live now?
What?
They're actually on.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, hey. There's just a camera just recording me, and I didn't know it was recording us. Hey, guys, this is Joe and Migdalia. We're back. We just got done with the show, and we are back with Hashtag After Dark. Now, Hashtag After Dark is one of our more popular shows because we can do whatever we want here. Mm-hmm. And especially with me and Migdalia, we are going to do whatever we want here. So first thing we're going to do is talk about our DC counterparts.
Shit.
Fuck those guys. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, because we have the best superhero live show on the channel.
I don't want to say we have the best superhero live show on the channel, but we definitely have the most watched live show.
I want to say that, though. So
where is the stream for this, though? I can't even pull it up.
That's what she said.
Well, pull it up and put it up are two different things. You know what? Let's do a fun challenge real quick.
Let's do a That's What She Said challenge? What?
That's What She Said challenge was what we're going to do. You wasted all my good material for that.
I know. We can't get that back.
Now you're
The people see us now?
Oh, hey.
Oh.
They're watching us live. Hey, guys, welcome to that hashtag show. Hold on, I got to sneeze. This was a bad time to go live.
Salud.
Hold on, I have to sneeze.
No.
Man,
Salud.
that's the Arby's, the whiff of Arby's that came in to the studio.
I smell.
That was like a meat train.
Goodness.
A meat train that came into the studio, the Arby's meat train. Now, we're going to be taking the Arby's, I'm going to be taking, hold on.
Are you okay?
No, man,
You
apparently
have the
not.
plague?
Well, didn't somebody have chicken pox that we were just talking about?
Shingles, you said.
Josh had shingles. Josh had
I
shingles.
did have shingles.
Josh from
Don't
Pop
bring
Culture
shingles
Renegades
in
had
here.
shingles.
I've never had any of that, knock on wood.
I can't find our stream.
I can. I'm right there. We're right there. Relax.
So we are actually
Stop
on.
panicking. Stop panicking.
I'm not Jezer dancing on a dance floor.
Dancing on a dance
Sweating his
floor.
ass off. Hey, if you want to hear some, if you want to hear some, if you want to hear some funny Jezer stories, just super chat us. I got some great ones that happened over last weekend.
There is an S at the bottom of the live chat box, which stands for hope. It's not an S. It's a symbol that stands for hope. We hope that you help support the show here. Also, our TeePublic store has a lot of geek pop culture t-shirts, such as Twin Peaks, Power Rangers, what am I missing?
Flash.
Flash.
DC, Marvel, all of it. Anime.
And then we have our
Disney.
Disney. Our Facebook fan group, THS Hashtaggers. Please go to facebook.com, go to groups, look for THS Hashtaggers, where we personally get into conversations with you guys, and it's a good time. And that is it.
So let's play a real quick game of word association. I'm gonna say a cast member on our show,
Okay.
and you're gonna have to tell me the first word that comes to your head.
No!
Ready?
Oh my God.
So, by the way, we're not alone tonight. It's not just me and Migdalia. It's our good friend Vodka.
Vodka? I think his name is Smirnoff.
Smirnoff, or good buddy Smirnoff. And
Oh wait, no product placement here.
and
Because of
if you
that.
super chat us, we also now on Twitter, Daniel, myself, I think you too, Migdalia, and Josh from Pop Culture Renegades. We were in a Twitter, not feud, but Twitter thing about Arby's. Josh says that Arby's is very good. Daniels disagrees. Now, Daniel can't necessarily back it up because he's not here. But in his place, I'm going to take his Arby's challenge. So if we should, it's called Guess the Meat.
Guess the meat.
We're going to have to figure out which kind. There's two kinds of meats that Arby's meat that I'm going to have to try to figure out what that is. Huh? Jezzer, you want to be on the show for this episode? Jezzer from
You can do the Arby's challenge with
Arby's
Joe
challenge?
for the burger.
You guys know who Jezzer is. There's only 3 people watching. I'm sure all 3 of them know who you are.
'Cause-
He's the gremlin.
If you guys don't know, I'm a vegan, so I don't eat the meats, but I will take
Yeah,
it.
you do.
I will. Shut the fuck up. But I will do the starchy goodness.
You set yourself up for that one. You know you set yourself
Well,
up.
you didn't even do That's What She Said.
You take the meat. She said you take the meats. You do take the meats sometimes. So, real quick, we're gonna play for word association. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna say a name, and first thing that comes to your head. Ready?
No. All right.
Sarah.
Tall.
That was too. You got to be quicker. Quicker.
What do you mean quicker?
Sam.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate. Rob.
Erratic.
Yeah. How many times? All right. Let's see.
Oh God, everyone's gonna come for me. This was like a mini roast.
Let's see. Roe.
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Mysterious.
Daniel.
Black.
That's the one word you come up with for Daniel. Black. Hey, Kat. It's welcome.
Rambunctious.
Daryl.
Voice actor.
What was with the laugh first? What was that all about? Jessica.
Pretty. I don't know.
Maverick.
Unknown.
Who else do we got? Kelly.
Pink hair.
Fair enough. There's a few others.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
But you already pre-thought this.
No, not really.
Okay. Jezzer.
Gremlin.
Josh.
Star Trek.
Kelly.
Video games.
Daryl.
Hey, guys.
Daniel. Laughter. Maverick.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Well-
Sam.
No, Matt, that's not Mavericks. There was a word she used on a show that we did.
Faster.
It was naked. Naked. Let's just say naked.
You
not
cannot
in that way.
say Maverick
Not in
and
that way.
naked.
Right, go ahead.
Harvey Weinstein.
No, not like that.
Sam.
Eyes. He has big bug eyes.
Oh, who did I miss? Ro.
Star Wars.
Jessica.
Buddy.
Rob. What was with that laugh?
Rob. When is this coming out? It's true though. I love Rob though. He knows I love him.
Is anybody editing this?
Yeah, we have no filters on tonight. This is also the Ask Me Anything episode of that hashtag show where you can ask
To
Migdalia.
ask me anything, we might do the whisper game. I mean,
There's a lot of things going on tonight.
there's some crazy things.
We can talk about everything going on in the geek world, or we could just talk about first thing I hear when I was opening was ew. We could talk about anything going on right now that you want to talk about. We're not going to talk about the new tax bill that was just put into place because I think that's a...
No, we're here to escape from what the hell is going on in the USA, so we won't touch base on
Hey,
that.
I have a question for you. So let's rank your franchises.
Okay.
So you got Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. Rank your franchises.
God, this is hard.
I'm going to assume that Harry Potter's number
Harry
one.
Potter's number one.
Okay.
The DCEU is... Are you talking about Zack Snyder's?
No. It could be any, just in general.
Okay, Harry Potter, DC, MCU, and then Star Wars.
Okay. That's that's interesting. So commenting on that, Fantastic Beasts lived up to your expectation or no?
It did. It was okay. I actually liked it better than a lot of the others because that wasn't based on a book. So of course, as a book lover, I've read all the books at least two
I
to three
thought
times.
Fantastic Beasts was based on a book.
Fantastic Beasts is based off of a textbook within the Harry Potter
So
universe.
it's based on something in the universe.
Yes. So based off of that, yeah, it was okay. It was still fun. It still had the I don't know what you call it, the spirit of the Harry Potter franchise. But I will not be watching the sequel.
Johnny Depp?
No. I will not be watching the sequel because of that and because of David Yates' comments. Basically,
What was his comments?
He basically said that the domestic violence accusations were a non-issue for him because Johnny Depp's other exes never had a problem with him when it came to domestic violence. And even though many of his managers and him himself has said, yes, he has struck against Amber Heard, who plays Mira, right?
Yeah.
In the Aquaman franchise. He admitted to that. So I just didn't like how he kind of cast it off, him and J.K. Rowling, about the domestic
Yeah,
abuse
that was a big story this
allegations.
week. The J.K. Rowling just kind of not supporting Johnny Depp, but definitely like not.
Just brushing it off, yeah.
Well, another big story too. I mean, just talking about this, it's a hot topic subject. Bryan Singer's not doing, or
Oh
he
my
dropped
gosh.
out of, or
Let's
he didn't
talk
drop
about
out,
that.
but he's taking a hiatus from
Unexpected health issue. Okay, but a question. Do you think that's because of the allegations that might pop off on him?
100%.
Or do you think because it's probably due to a drug problem because he
You
is
think it's a drug
notorious-
problem?
He is known to have a cocaine problem.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeesh. It could have been a combination of both at this point.
And it actually has been revealed that even as far back as maybe Days of Future Past or Apocalypse, like the cinematographer and Simon Kinberg had to come in and kind of direct
Him?
a big portion
Wow.
of the film because he would be consistently late to set or would not show up. It's the Josh Trank situation.
And I'd say this though. I would say that I feel bad for Bryan Singer, but I do not.
No.
There's some people deserve their comeuppance. Like he gave us the X-Men, and yes, I thank him for that. But at the same time, man, you reap what you sow. And if these allegations are, I don't want to jump to conclusions and say they're true,
Right.
but I know enough,
Right.
and enough people that have been directly involved
Yes,
to
me
say
too.
that they're true. So
Yes.
yeah,
I've known someone who has been to these pool parties.
Same.
So yeah, yeah.
What up, Ryan? How you doing, buddy? Ryan's a wizard. That's so wizard. What's that movie? What's that from?
What?
That's so wizard. What's that quote from?
That's so wizard. I don't know. Is that a Disney Channel movie?
No, it's Star Wars. Phantom Menace.
That's so wizard.
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
That's what Anakin says to. That's what Anakin's buddy says to him right before the pod race.
What is that supposed to mean? That's so wizard.
I don't know. It's so weird, right? Because I don't think that's the only reference we ever get to wizards in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so you didn't rank Star Wars on there, but granted.
Yeah, it was
So
last.
now, does it hurt your heart a little bit that you're not gonna watch the next Fantastic Beast film?
Not really. I'm fine with what I got. I'll reread the books. It does a little bit because I do like Jude Law a lot. Zoe Kravitz is in this, and I love that she's getting that kind of work. And I want to see a lot more of Newt, and I want to see the young Dumbledore. But if David Yates had not made those comments the way he did, I would have watched it and would have bared through Johnny Depp, whatever.
Yeah, that's super insensitive to say something like that,
Yeah.
and that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. Funny enough, I am not super into Harry Potter. I've seen the first 3 movies. My favorite character is Sirius Black. I haven't seen anything past
The
that.
Prisoner of Azkaban is probably the best film.
Is
of the
it?
franchise.
So I should
Yeah.
stop there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll probably be okay because you didn't read the books, right?
No.
You'll probably be okay. Deathly Hallows is worth a watch. It's actually pretty good.
Is that the one after?
It's a 2-parter, the last 2.
Oh, so I saw the last one, but the last Harry Potter movie, the first Harry Potter movie I ever saw was the very last one. I had no context.
You
of what was
didn't
going
see
on.
part 1?
I didn't see any of it. So that was the first and only Harry Potter movie I ever saw.
Okay.
I fell asleep because I had no idea. I just remember him battling a giant
Yeah.
snake. I don't know what was going on during this movie.
That's like watching Civil War.
Oh, for sure.
the first time.
Absolutely.
That's the only film you
but
see in the
also,
MCU.
also going into that, I can't shit on it because I also knew going in that there were 7 other films. So I was like, oh, I'm sure this makes sense somehow. But just watching it as a regular film, like a movie goer, I didn't get it, obviously. And nothing to discredit Harry Potter. I don't think it was meant to be gotten by people that have just watched
Right.
the 7th part of a franchise series. I mean, it doesn't, obviously. But
And that started the whole let's split this last book into 2 films craze.
sure, yeah. I will say this, though. After watching, because I did go back and watch the first, second, and third one, it took me a while to get through the first one. It was very hard to get through the first one. But progressively, each film that I've seen has gotten better. And maybe I can understand that if I would have watched it during the late 90s, late 90s, right? When it started coming out, that if it got...
Yeah, the first one was 98.
Yeah, when those films first started coming out and to see them progressively get better, it makes sense with the fan base they were targeting. But when it got to Sirius Black, I was like, oh man, this is such a cool twist that the story
But
had.
that's how the books are too. And I would also say watch Goblet of Fire.
I heard Goblet of Fire is pretty
Because
good.
that's when shit starts going down. Because you're growing up with Harry, and it gets really real and really dark.
That's
the end of Goblet of Fire.
That's interesting though. I mean, listen, I like because my favorite character of the films is actually Ron Weasley. I like Ron because he just seems so kind of
Doofy?
Yeah, not only is he doofy, but he's kind of like the guy that's just there.
Yeah.
But I like Ron, and so I think he's a good character.
Do you know J.K. Rowling came out and said, because I don't know if you know this, but Hermione and Ron are like endgame. So they got together at the end, and you probably saw that in the epilogue. She said that she regrets putting Hermione with Ron.
Why?
Because he's not really up to her level. Hermione's largely based off of J.K.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
So she said that she wished that she had put Hermione with Harry, which I agree with.
Really?
I do agree with that. What else? And then, she kind of retconned and made Dumbledore gay a few years back.
Was that a retcon, or that wasn't from the beginning? He was never...
Well, no, I mean, his sexuality wasn't ever
never
discussed, so it
questioned.
probably wasn't retconned. It wasn't questioned or anything. So she made it clear that, he was kind of in love with Grindelwald, which is why Grindelwald, Johnny Depp's character.
Oh, all right.
Which is why a lot of people are pissed, because they're like, he's not that hot for Dumbledore to be like falling in love with. On
I'm sure 40-year-old women would argue with you.
I don't know. Do you guys know? Johnny Depp
I don't think
today does not
if
look
there's
hot.
any 40-year-old women in our chat, please let us know if you think Johnny Depp is
Nobody
hot.
on here thinks Johnny Depp is hot right
In
now.
our chat, Ryan, do you think Johnny Depp's hot? Just out
If
of
you do,
curiosity,
you will
Ryan.
be put in timeout. Just kidding.
Why? Who do you think he is? Carlos? Chester's right in the chat. Yeah, Chester is right in the chat though.
No, there's no way. If they kept it to Colin Farrell, which it might be a spoiler, but it came out last year.
Yeah.
I could see that. Everyone's like, bring Colin Farrell back. Please recast Johnny Depp.
What are some of the biggest characters in any franchise history that people ship?
People ship Hermione and Draco.
Okay,
Which is hilarious.
Malfoy Draco.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That in any fandom, you say?
Yeah, any fandom.
Buffy and Spike is a big one. Buffy and Angel is a big
Logan
one.
and Jean.
That's not as big as you may think. Not in the Tumblr fan fiction world. It's a lot of. Sorry, I'm aware of this.
Jason and Kimberly in the Power Ranger world. A lot of people ship that.
Jason and Kimberly. It's actually Wolverine and Rogue.
Really?
A lot of people ship that from their chemistry in the first film. Back in X-Men.
Weird. So I was watching The Phantom Menace last night, right? And it's so creepy because obviously Padme's a little bit older than Anakin, right? And there's this
little bit?
Yeah. There's this scene where she's like, he's like telling her, I made this for you. Like, here's this thing I made for you. And she's like, oh, this is beautiful. And he's like, well, I really care about you. He's like, I care about you too, Anakin. But he's like, I really care about you a lot. Then that they like get together is like so kind of weird, right? Like, they're only 3 years apart. They're 5 years apart. The age difference.
Is this in real life or the Star Wars universe?
I think in the Star Wars universe, which I feel like Jake Lloyd is probably like.
Poor Jake Lloyd. He got so trashed for those films.
It's unfortunate though because you can almost tell that with the way that I bet you that's Daniel like with the RV. Really quick. You can almost tell that the way that I almost felt that George Lucas wasn't necessarily directing these movies to have like great movies. Does that make sense? Like,
no, I think it was something like I have this great idea and let me half-ass some of it and wow, stranger danger. But they always said it seemed like those three films were kind of off of an unfinished idea. It wasn't really executed right, which is why they're so panned.
Again,
they unfairly trash on Jake Lloyd.
Keith Delmar's in the house. He's one of our producers. I have a question. He's a Star Wars fan as well. Do you hate the prequels, Keith Delmar?
As a whole, yes.
Yeah, as a whole, he hates the prequels. I just like I said, I was recently watching the Phantom Menace. I don't think it's as bad as I thought it was initially. Mm-hmm. I actually think that the worst one out of the bunch, and I'm gonna watch it tonight, is Attack of the Clones. But I at least last time I watched it, I was like, man. This movie's really boring, but I'm really curious because I watched Phantom. I hadn't seen Phantom Menace, God, in like maybe 10 years or something. And watching it, just taking myself out of the lexicon of geekdom and just watching it for what it is. I actually don't think it's a terrible movie. It has,
really?
it has. Listen, maybe it's because I've just saw Justice League not too long ago.
Oh, stop it!
But.
Stop it.
Now, realistically, you can say any movie's bad if you watch it.
Well,
right?
Let me ask this. I'm just going to veer off a little bit before I forget. The petition for Zack Snyder's version of Justice League to come out.
I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, it is so heavy right now.
I think it's interesting mainly because he was the main reason why you got Joss Whedon in the first place, I feel like. I know his daughter did pass away, and I know that.
But everybody was like, "Oh, Joss Whedon's gonna save this franchise."
Bullshit.
And da-da-da-da-da.
Listen, and you like Joss Whedon, but you like him mainly. You don't like him for his personal aspects of his life, but you like his work.
I like some of his work. There is some underlying issues that I have come to see as an adult, rewatching Buffy and stuff like that. But I really like Zack Snyder too.
All right, let me ask you, because I didn't watch Buffy. I watched one episode. I couldn't get into it. Mm-hmm. Now, you just said you watched it a little bit recently. Now, a lot of people, because I know that he originally did the Wonder Woman film that was supposed to come out in like the early 2000s, maybe late 90s.
Right.
Now,
which that script was very problematic.
I was going to ask you about that. So does he write women the way that people think he does? In geekdom, I should say.
No, I think that he masks a lot of the problem with the fact that he does push females into the forefront. Like Buffy's a very strong woman as a blonde cheerleader. So he kind of masked some of that problem. But there's a side character called Xander.
Oh yeah, Xander.
Who slut shames Buffy constantly.
Oh really?
Or any of her or Willow, which is the other female friend, constantly gets on her about her relationship choices. Then even though this is my favorite ship, Buffy and Angel, they're a little bit problematic because of the age difference. I know it's like a vampire.
Is he a lot older?
Yeah, he's like 200 years older, and he kind of preys on her as a 15-year-old. Because when she starts
sounds like Josh Goldman from the PCR.
He's eating all the Arby's. We got to move on to the Arby's arc. But no, I think if you read a lot of the feminist articles against Joss Whedon, that kind of brings a lot light into those issues. And also, Joss Whedon has said that Xander is kind of based off of him as well.
That's interesting. So I'm really curious in the chat, what do you guys think of Joss Whedon? And what do you guys think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Now, the most familiar work I know about Joss Whedon is one of my favorite shows, actually, Firefly.
I didn't get to see.
I loved Firefly.
I saw like a few of the first season, a few episodes of the first season.
Well, there's only one season, so you don't have to read.
All right, well,
you don't have to
halfway there.
You don't have to stretch your legs too far to watch the rest of that. But I loved Firefly. It did have strong female characters, but it was honestly, if you're a fan of Han Solo, you'd probably be a fan of this.
Mm-hmm. But also with Joss Whedon, a lot of like in Justice League, a lot of Gal Gadot's ass shots.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that.
Was a Joss Whedon movie.
Yeah, here's the one thing I love about Wonder Woman, and the one thing I love about the character, especially in Patty Jenkins' movie, is that you didn't have to over-sexualize the character at all. You just make her a badass, strong female warrior. Guess what? Guys are still going to turn out and watch because she's a badass, strong female character. I think that you don't need to sexualize that.
Which Joss does a lot, and Zach doesn't.
It's interesting, though, that you say that.
Can you pass the
Sure.
grapefruit?
Yep. It's interesting that you say that, mainly because I'm sure that, like, yourself 10 years ago wouldn't say this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mainly because you probably
I was
aren't
drinking
exposed.
the Joss Kool-Aid.
Well, I mean, listen, realistically, I don't think anybody really would have because he was so worshipped iconically as a geek icon, essentially. But
also, a lot of people were in my age range.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
grew up on Buffy, but now as we see it now, we see a little bit of the underlying problems. And look, he's only human. He's only a person. Cheating on your wife is not as egregious as a lot of these other execs who are raping women, obviously. But, in his work, there are a few problematic issues. So if he was taken off of Batgirl, I'm not going to cry about it at all.
I agree with you. I personally feel like Joss Whedon, listen, he's a good writer for when he's invested into a property that mainly is his own property. When he's put into and people are going to say, oh, what about the Avengers? Me personally, I don't think the Avengers was that great. I think that it was more spectacle.
Yeah.
I think that there were other movies in the MCU that were better than it, even that were predecessors of it. Like, I thought Iron Man was a lot better. Me personally, and people might disagree, I actually thought Captain America was a lot better too.
The first one?
Yeah. I really like, mainly because that Joe Johnston style of like the Rocketeer kind of like campy, like period piece, I really enjoyed that.
He can write dialogue. He
can write dialogue.
He can juggle multiple characters, which a lot of people can't do. JJ can do it. Did JJ do Lost?
JJ, well, it was really
Lost?
JJ did. Damon
Lindelof.
Lindelof and Carlton Cuse.
They can write ensemble pieces, and they had like 16 characters to deal with at one time.
Damon Lindelof is my choice to take over the DC universe.
You think he'd do something like that?
Yeah, absolutely. He wrote.
What's he doing now?
He's doing Watchmen actually on HBO.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, and he did prior to that, he did The Leftovers on HBO.
I mean, I watched The Watchmen recently.
We are doing Skype calls, Blackwing, Jonathan Jacobs.
Yeah, relax.
Jonathan Jennings,
We're doing it. We're just having an intellectual conversation.
Yeah, we're talking about, this is like real geek talk that we would have even off the air though. Like realistic, like we're making you a fly on the walls and hashtag show. So if people were also fly on the walls and hashtag show, what else would they hear besides me being mad about things all the time?
I don't know. Jezzer screaming.
Oh,
he was screaming unnecessarily 15 minutes before the Marvel show.
Let's talk about Jezzer for a second. Let's open this up.
We're going to take Jezzer through the finishing school of
we're training Jezzer to be one of the hosts on that hashtag show, but as Migdalia noted, pulling the curtain back a little bit, he needs to go to finishing school. Why is that?
Well, Jezzer likes to troll a little bit. He's an internet troll. He's also gets really frazzled and red in the face. And he's shaking his leg right now, so I feel like he wants to say something to me right now. Look at his face.
I want Jezzer to come on the show and talk about succubuses. He won't do it though. He won't do it.
He also likes the ladies, but not in a
do you have
creepy,
a fun,
aggressive way.
Do you have a fun story about that? I have a fun story. There was this one time we were at Karaoke Blue, and there was this. I'm not.
No, you can't tell that.
I promised him I wouldn't tell that one. Even no matter. Well, if super chat's enough, I would probably tell that one though. If it just gets to a certain point. But
oh my god.
That's the fun times with Jezzer. What do you think you're most afraid of having Jezzer on this show? How much more of the insurance is going to have to go up for Jezzer's liability?
Well, we do have a lot of Zack Snyder fans in the house, so I'm happy to see that. But see, isn't it that kind of thing where it's like you don't know what you're missing until it's gone?
You know,
Situation.
Realistically, me personally, I think that Zack Snyder's not a hack. He can direct movies.
Yes. It's like I said before.
They're stylized.
It's not for the
It's like saying, hey,
moviegoer.
David Lynch is my favorite director of all time.
But he's not for everyone.
But would I want to see a David Lynch Justice League movie? No. I mean, my head tells me, yeah, maybe I'll check it out. But would it make a lot of money? No. And I don't blame DC for not taking a chance on David Lynch to do a Justice League movie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I get it. But with the Zack Snyder, me personally, I don't have as many. He's great at action. Mm-hmm. He's great at action. I
even like his cinematography.
And also DC when they had the DCEU, it was more along the time of like you just got out of the Dark Knight, so everything was grounded. So it's like, okay, well, how do we give you something different than Marvel's doing right now? All right, Batman worked. Mm-hmm. So that Chris Nolan was the one that was probably the worst idea to base the ideas off of for that universe.
Everyone was trying to do what Chris Nolan did, and it just did not work.
Exactly.
Even Marvel was trying to do something like that.
Yeah. So I understand people's complaints about Zack Snyder. However,
yes,
he's an acquired taste.
Yeah, and obviously WB likes him. He's been with WB for 13, 14 years at this point. I think Watchmen was 2005, and I think 300 was even earlier than that. So they like him. And guys, his movies make money. I don't think really any of his films have tanked. So
I don't know so much about Baby Doll. But I know everything else did.
You're talking about Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. Sorry, Baby Doll was a.
It made money.
I never saw it.
Sucker Punch.
I never saw it.
You never seen it?
No.
It's pretty cool.
Keith says maybe. A lot of people that I know around here at Hashtag Show.
It got a video game vibe to it almost. It's like high fantasy. I'm not sure how.
It would have been a better anime.
Probably would have been a better anime. It kind of played off as one. No?
Well, I mean, I feel that sometimes Zack Snyder's influenced by that. But that's not a bad thing, by the way. Because honestly, there's a lot of anime out there that I would love to see Zack Snyder direct.
Yeah.
It's just giving him a property. He's such an oddball choice for Superman. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you want a director that understands, can pull out the humanity of a character. Somebody like a Steven Spielberg or like a Matt Reeves, but also Kingsman, Matthew Vaughn.
Because you wanted him kind of in line with Captain America. They have the same ideals. They're kind of a little bit naive about humanity in that way. Superman was a little too dark, but in my case, it's a little more interesting and obvious.
No, I agree. I liked Man of Steel personally.
Yes.
And the reason I did like it was because it was a different take on a classic character that tried to live in this world. My biggest complaint wasn't Man of Steel; it was more Batman v Superman.
Yes. All the Batman parts were great, though.
I mean, it wasn't even. Oh, man, I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. I didn't think it was a bad movie. I just think it was a movie that happened too soon. I would have liked to have seen maybe a Batman solo movie, maybe a second Man of Steel, but I just think that they were trying to rush everything too quick.
I agree. The thing that really annoyed me about Justice League is Batman's guilt with Superman. It was so out of character. I was like, why is he feeling so guilty?
Yeah.
I don't understand. And then he kind of had this let's be BFFs vibe to him. And I just did not feel like that was Bruce Wayne, that was Batman altogether. So that whole thing was weird.
Well, our buddies at Pop Culture Renegades say Zack Snyder's style would be great for Akira. However, it's rumored...
Isn't that in development?
Yeah. You know who's attached as the director?
Oh, Jordan Peele.
No.
It is Jordan Peele. It is you.
Nope. It's Taika Waititi.
No, it isn't.
I'll bet you $100.
No, stop it.
All right, if I win, you have to take a shot.
Of Smirnoff?
Well, you weren't supposed to say the name, but yeah. If I
Oh
win,
yeah, that's not Smirnoff.
so if I win, you have to take a shot. You have to take a shot. If
Fine.
all right.
But like, what's a shot to you?
Like a shot, like a fair shot, like not this much obviously, but like up to the first line.
Oh, that's big.
Well, that's what she said. I was waiting for her to say that. You know, said it the other time with the meat thing. Now we got it.
Okay, the latest thing, live action Akira director down to 2 choices. It is. Hold on. It is the Daniel Espinosa and David Sandberg.
No, that's wrong.
All right,
That's
fine,
wrong.
Taika Waititi. Akira last was Jordan Peele.
No, it was Taika Waititi because I interviewed him and he talked about it.
Okay, he talked about it. Doesn't mean he was doing it.
Hold on, Akira.
Oh, he turned it down.
Who turned it down?
You
Jordan
turned it
Peele? I didn't
down.
turn it down.
How
So,
could you turn it down?
Akira, Taika. All right, so you got to do a
Doesn't want me
shot.
to put
You got to do a
headphones
shot
on. Why?
because it's a true thing. Hold on,
That's not a true thing. Pull it up.
Akira.
Anyway, while he's doing that, let's see what's going on in the chat here. That's
Hey, yo, first thing that comes up, Forbes.
is in talks. That doesn't mean he's doing it.
That's a lot closer than I turned it down. Do a shot.
What do you want?
All right, so you got to do a shot
you
first
being
before
so
the whisper
aggressive?
challenge.
Why?
All right, you either do a shot or you take a bite of Arby's. Your choice.
No, I'm not eating
Well,
that.
then you got to do a shot.
Okay, a bite of the French fries over there.
No, a bite of the Arby's beef or whatever mystery meat is over there.
I'll do half of the shot because you weren't right either.
Hey, you Welcher.
You weren't
do a
right.
shot. You pay
You
your
weren't
debts.
correct
What people
either.
in Jersey don't pay debts? Is that what we got? Do a shot. Can you get her a cup so she can do a shot?
I'm gonna.
That was disgusting. That was disgusting.
That's how sick I feel overdoing the shot.
You wanna hear a funny story?
Jesse, you can't be trusted.
You can't be trusted. But you want to hear a funny story? So I went out to a bar with Daniel once, and we were pre-drinking in like outside the bar.
Half of the shot.
Now the real shot.
No, because you weren't totally.
What are you
right.
doing? I said the first line, bro.
That's the first line. That is the first line, actually.
This would have been the first line. That's bullshit.
That's the first line.
That's bullshit. So I was pre-drinking with Daniel at a bar.
Oh my god.
And literally, we're sitting outside my car, and I have this thing called, we had Romanian vodka, which is like bootleg vodka, right? And he just smells it, and I put it in a cup, and he goes, oh. He's just smelling it, oh. But I made him take it anyway.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, those are great.
No.
Yeah, Peel left Akira. By the way, did I tell you, I just saw Get Out this week for the first time? My doppelganger directed a movie, and I just saw it.
How did you just see Get Out?
So can I give you my opinion on Get Out?
Go ahead.
And it might be because I saw it way too late, but I thought the movie was extremely predictable.
You are bullshitting.
No,
I think
that's
because
serious.
you know too much about
I
it.
think
at this point.
I honestly think that may have been it. I think that maybe I overheard people saying like what twists were.
A lot of theories.
So, and I think that may have been it, and that absolutely ruined my experience of watching the movie because had I seen it when it came out, I think I would have been more like, oh, this is amazing. Whereas for me, I was super underwhelmed because I honestly do think that maybe subconsciously, maybe just people around me talking about it ruined it for me.
But I mean, you say you're super underwhelmed, but do you still think it was clever?
I think it was clever, and I actually think he's the right choice to helm this new Twilight Zone TV series. But I thought the idea was great. I think the execution was also great. It's just I almost felt like I knew what was going to happen before it happened. Like a beat before it happened, I almost knew what was going to happen.
So you knew what was going on with his girlfriend?
Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely because it almost made sense like in certain aspects. But was it a good movie? Yes. Was it the best horror movie of the year? Maybe.
Serenity didn't see Get Out either.
Oh, Serenity, you got to check it out.
God. What are you doing to me, baby? What are you doing?
No, you got to check it out because I'm really curious to actually see what you think about
I'm
it.
not even going to spoil it because I think it's so good. Now I can't even really tell you anything about it.
But did you see it when it came out?
Yes.
Maybe that's why you thought it was so good, though.
I still think it's good even though I know everything. Because
No.
so-
Socially, absolutely. Socially, it's a
yes.
great film. And even getting honestly, like my favorite character in that movie, and a lot of people's, I'm sure, is the TSA character, right? But like, and I think it's very clever that he's the one that kind of figures out everything. But I like the, You know what? And also could be. I've been watching a lot of Room 104. Have you watched that?
No.
HBO's Room 104. Anybody?
No.
Room
237.
104 is about. It's an HBO series that takes place all in this one room, and it's almost like Tales from the Crypt / Twilight Zone.
Ooh, I'm already interested.
It's really good, but some episodes are very strange. Like there's one episode about the internet in like 1999 or 2000, right? And it's literally about a guy that writes a book, and he's not at home, but his mom has his computer, and he tries to tell his mom how to copy and paste into an email. And throughout this process, he finds out that he's adopted. It's an amazing told story,
That's so weird.
It's an amazing told story, but it's Room 104 reminded me of that, and I just thought that Get Out was like an extended version of Room 104. Not in a bad way, because I think that Room 104 is really good, but I also
Which
think
came out first?
I think Get Out for sure. But I think Jordan Peele was really creative with the story that he told in Get Out, and I think socially, it was very important.
Because it was very surprising that Jordan Peele would create something.
No, yeah, being comedy background.
A well-balanced comedy, dramatic, and horror.
I agree.
He balanced that incredibly, and I'm glad to see that it's winning a lot of awards. It started out winning a lot of Gotham Awards, and we have the Oscar nominations coming out. So
do you think it'll be nominated?
I believe it will be nominated.
All right, let's now. I know you haven't seen a slew of the movies that are probably going to get nominated.
A slew?
Well, I think 3 movies for sure are going to get nominated.
Okay.
I think Get Out might be one of them. I think Logan might be another one.
Right.
And I think
hope so.
And I think Shape of Water is going to definitely be one.
I wouldn't bank so much on Logan, but
I hope
so.
I hope Shape of Water is really
Disaster
good.
Artist.
Oh, that might be another one too, dude. That would be. But then again, you got to count in some of these indie films or some of these smaller films that like for example, I just saw The Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman where he plays Winston Churchill. That's probably going to get nominated.
I haven't heard anything about that, but the
You know
Lady
you will.
Bird.
I heard about that, but I haven't seen it. Are we gonna
nominated.
do an Oscar show? I'm not an award seasons
really
guy.
into award
Maybe you and
seasons. I
Sarah,
would
Keith
love
would
to
could
do
do it.
that.
I'm not an award seasons guy, so
Yes.
I would opt out of it. But
Because me and my friend tried to do like a podcast last year, and we just get into it.
I mean, listen, listen.
just fun.
Here we celebrate pop culture, whether that be geek pop culture, also includes film, cinephiles. So everybody that likes film, that's what they call it, cinephiles.
Jezza really wants to do this whisper game.
All right,
Look
fine.
at he's like freaking.
Jezza, let's do your whisper game.
Oh my
Let's do
god!
your fucking whisper
And
game.
the Arby's and
Huh?
you got the Skype calls too.
We had like no content like a half hour
Yeah,
ago,
now
and now
we're
we
just
have
going
too
on.
much stuff.
All right, so we're gonna play the whisper game. Now, how this works is I'm gonna let Migdalia explain it.
Okay. I learned this from my sister. Apparently, like, one person listens to music, and they're like with the headphones on and stuff, and the other person says a phrase, and the other person has to guess it.
So how do I choose the phrase?
So basically, you guys just type in a phrase for someone to say, and then our producer Jezzer will give that phrase to.
Well, I mean, I could see
that
it. You just
representative?
can't look at your chat.
Well, no, you both can see it.
No, he's just gonna pick one random one.
All right, so guys,
and write it on a whiteboard. Or
Write
something.
in a phrase.
Yeah.
And what Jezzer's going to do, he's going to hit me up. We have this private app here that we use, but he'll hit me up on that, and then Migdalia's going to try to figure out what it is. If she figures it out, I'll take a bite of Arby's or I'll do a shot. If she doesn't figure it
I
out,
want to do a shot.
she has to take a bite of Arby's or the fries or do a shot. Deal?
Deal.
All right. So.
Oh wait, did I just agree to the shot?
Well, you did. So here, that's how this work. That's how this is gonna work.
So you want to get a whiteboard, or how are you gonna do?
No,
Oh,
he'll
you're
just
gonna
Skype me.
DM,
He'll just
right?
Skype me.
No, he's gonna.
I'm sorry.
Slack.
He'll Slack me.
Yeah. So you're.
Yeah, I'm up.
Wait, where's my headphones and my
I
music?
got it right here, but I need to send something in.
However, if we both get it right, that means we reveal a fun fact about Jezzer.
For the first two, you guys create your own phrase.
All right, for the first two, we're gonna create our
Okay.
own phrase.
Or whatever you want to say.
Keith, did you bring us gifts in that shoebox? That pink shoebox?
You probably can eat it though.
We're talking about
hate
nominations.
me.
Okay. What did you just
My
say?
love for animals. Oh, all right. So we're doing this.
All right, you ready?
Maybe you have to be. Shut your mouth.
We have a phrase.
No, there's no music playing. I'll thumbs up when it is.
All right, Matt sent in a phrase.
Hold on. Is it mine?
No. I'll thumbs up when it is.
All right, so we have a phrase ready to go. Migdalia doesn't know what it is.
Apple Music, dude. Come on. Or
The
Pandora.
gremlin can't figure out how to work music.
We should put in that.
All right, Serenity says, for me, horror films are illogical. Fear is a bad emotion. Why would anyone want to feel fear?
I'm a giant horror fan. And
Plus,
wholeheartedly
I
disagree.
view them as stupid, LOL. Even as a kid, they never fazed me. Give me rom-coms and superheroes.
The
Read
only
spoiler
rom-com
reviews, I
I
already
really
know.
like is The Wedding Singer
And
and My Best Friend's Wedding.
he does bring up great points, though.
And You've Got Me Out.
Is that certain people... I mean, I understand. It's kind of like...
Wait, I can't hear now.
You can't hear me?
Wait, no, you have to put like.
You do bring up
Bob
good
Marley, I
points,
can hear
Serenity.
him.
Is it playing?
Or you have to turn it up. Yeah, it's playing. Turn it up.
Fear is an irrational... Not irrational, but it's
You have to turn it
illogical.
up.
But they're great for films. It's great for drama.
Drama.
Are you listening to Who Let the Dogs Out?
All right, you can't be too loud.
Okay.
There you go.
You ready?
Hold on, it's gonna play.
If you know what I'm saying. All right, right, not yet.
Are we going?
I'm going to go 3,
Okay.
then we'll go. Ready?
That just ended. Hold on.
It's a credit card commercial. Come on, man. Get with
It's
it.
gonna play. It's gonna play.
All right, they can start. Okay.
All right. Penis wrinkle delight.
Pennies with what?
Yep. You got it. So
No,
take
you
a
have
shot.
to try again.
Penis wrinkle delight.
What?
Penis wrinkle delight.
Pennies went where?
Yeah, penis wrinkle delight. We should be a timer here. Penis wrinkle delight.
Pennies worth.
Penis wrinkle delight.
4.
Enunciate.
Penis wrinkle delight.
Pennies worth. Are you saying pennies?
No. No. You got to do a shot.
What was it?
Penis wrinkle delight.
I was close.
Pennies worth.
Alfred?
Alright, you got your phrase?
Pennies worth.
Yeah, you got it. You have a phrase?
Yes. Wait, do I? Hold on.
No, man, you really can't hear
Okay,
anything.
I got it. Can you hear me?
No.
All right. Wait, you said no. You can hear me.
I can see your mouth moving, and I can see that you say, like,
Joe loves Robin Chan.
27.
Joe loves
26.
Rob?
Ben Chan.
Say it again.
Joe loves Robin Chan.
Joe loves Rob's what?
18. 17.
Joe loves Robin Chan.
Joe loves what?
Joe loves Robin Chan.
4.
Joe loves Rob's AIDS? Is that what you said? What did you say?
Joe loves Robin Chan.
Oh, God.
Good thing
Can't believe
didn't
you aired
finish
that. I can't.
Yeah, another one?
Yeah, we'll do 2 each.
I have to do a shot, right?
Yeah.
Did
I
you do
already-
yours?
I already did mine.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I didn't see her do a shot.
You shut up over there.
Did you do one for real?
I did
You're
it.
such a fucking
No,
liar.
I'm not.
Time to play back.
All right, hold on. I don't have a phrase yet. Oh, my God.
You have one.
You sent it to me?
You said someone wrote to you already.
I already used that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Are we going?
No, hold on.
There's another one.
I can't hear her.
Okay. I don't know. I'm waiting for him.
Soka?
He got me one. You sent it? You ready?
I sent it to you.
Okay. You sent it to me?
Yeah, on Slack.
Coming out of my mouth.
Something mouth.
Coming out of my mouth.
Something my mouth.
Coming out of my mouth.
Arby's in your mouth.
Coming out of my mouth.
Coming out of my mouth.
Fuck,
Yes.
you got it. Good job.
You
Good
gotta take
job.
another shot.
I haven't even done this one yet.
Ew.
Fuck, and we have a meeting after this? We have a company-wide meeting after this? Awesome.
I know. Keith can lead it.
Oh, God, that tastes like crap.
My Migdalia sent
What is this, a sex website? Hold on, wait for the commercial to run out.
Wait, this is bullshit.
You can have a chaser.
I just did, and it has alcohol in it, though.
yours.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That goes to Jack.
Okay.
Jack.
Jack?
Who's Jack? Hold on, let's see if the music's playing.
No, it's not.
Let it start up for a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Huh?
All right. You are a great director, Jordan Peele.
You are something Jordan Peele is all I heard.
You are a great director, Jordan Peele.
You're a great something Jordan Peele. You're a great Do Ranger.
You are a great director, Jordan Peele.
You're a great doppelganger of Jordan Peele. Was that it?
No. You are a great director, Jordan Peele.
You're a great something of Jordan Peele. What was it?
You are a great director, Jordan Peele.
God damn it.
Well, we'll come back to that in a little bit.
That's a fun game.
It is. It's weird. It's like almost like
Huh?
the elephant game.
Let's take some live calls.
Oh yes.
What is the topic?
Topic
Can't
is going to
pause
be...
this.
You can't pause it. It's loud as shit when that song started playing.
Mm-hmm.
The topic is going to be...
Thanksgiving.
It's over.
Christmas.
What do you want for Christmas?
Well, what you do
Oh,
for
we're doing
Thanksgiving.
a thing about that, though, right?
Yeah, we are.
Um,
Or whatever. Shoot the shit. Whatever.
shoot
we're
the
talking
shit.
about today.
It's going to be shoot the shit.
The Infinity War
how many brain cells do you
trailer.
think Sam has? That'll be our topic. Phone us in. And there you go.
And then we'll do the Harvey challenge because I want some French fries.
Did you say the Harvey challenge?
Well, I see a bunch of. I'm surrounded by a bunch of guys. So.
You are surrounded by a bunch of guys. Who was at the door? All right, anyway.
Stories about Josh.
Let's do it. Let's take some. Well, he wasn't 104 years older. That was not fabricated. But he wasn't 104 years older like your Angel and Buffy. He did better than Angel and Buffy.
Still a better story than Twilight.
Still a better story than Twilight.
Still a
That's a
better
fact. Skype lines are open. Hey, here's a fun one. What is your favorite vampire franchise story? Look at that. I'm gonna let you answer that one.
Hi, this is the Psychic Friends Network. Hello. Wait. Hello.
Jezzer didn't hook
Turn
this
this
up
on.
right. What a
Oh my
jabroni.
gosh. Hold on a second, Kat.
Sorry, the gremlin was, I don't know what, he's walking in the lights over here.
Hello.
She can't
We can't
hear us.
hear
We
it.
can't hear
Hold
her
on.
either.
It's muted. Oh, now it's muted. Hold on.
Can you hear us? Because we can't hear you. Fuck, man. I shouldn't have. That was a
Hello?
stupid game to do this with shots.
Kat? Yeah. Yes, now we can hear
How
you.
come it's not playing out of the speaker, Jezzer? Oh, is it on?
I don't know.
No, it's not.
Why are you? Okay, go ahead, Kat.
Cat can't hear us. We can't hear Cat. Come on,
Cat,
Jezzer,
can
get it
you
together.
hear us?
You know what? I have a fun game. How come every time Jezzer messes up, he has to take a shot? How about that one? Then we'll get the gremlin out, really.
Can you hear us, lady? Can you hear us?
So, guys, I did The Force Awakens, or not The Force. What's the movie that's coming out? The Last
The
Jedi.
Last Jedi.
So, if you guys want spoilers,
Hold on. Kat. There she is.
Connect this.
and I'm with Serenity about this Star Wars thing. I do feel that Star Wars is a tad little bit overrated. I mean, listen, it's a great franchise, but it is a tad overrated. You have to admit.
It's on. It's on. You just turned it off.
Anybody else out here think that it's a tad bit overrated?
I do.
Yeah.
Kat, can you hear us? What is? Oh, she can hear us. Okay. Ooh,
Oh, Migdalia.
this won't stay up.
That's what she said.
Welcome, welcome. What do you have to bring us today?
No sentence ever starts good with a hmm.
I know, because I'm trying to think. See, what have I been doing my week this week?
All right, so here's the gimmick. Ask you're free to ask us anything about, let's see, vampires.
Vampire?
Joss Whedon?
You don't even know anything about anything. You don't even know about vampires.
I know about vampires. I watch Blade.
So you could just wear sunblock and not get
Yeah.
decimated by the sun?
I've seen Blade. I know.
And sunglasses.
What was it? There was a. You know what? I Am Legend's a really good. That's a vampire show.
I don't
right?
want to talk about that.
Where he kills a dog?
Yeah, remember Saturn Awards?
No, I wasn't there.
No, but we had the Saturn Awards, and I got to talk to Akiva Goldsman. I had to bring up the dog thing.
Oh wait, I didn't. She did that. She wrote that movie.
Akiva is a man.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. He wrote
did.
that movie. Mm-hmm. I had no idea.
Yeah, he said that was hard to test with audiences, but they finally passed that through. I was like, why
That
did you
was
do that to us?
the most heart wrenching scene. Are you current with The Walking Dead? Or you could do.
I know about it, but I'm not.
Anybody out there? I'm gonna do a Walking Dead spoiler. So
It's okay. Go ahead.
that
I'm over it.
Shiva the tiger dies.
Oh, the CGI tiger.
Hey, it looks like a real tiger.
I'm not. No.
All right, what's going on, Kat?
Not much.
Kat, what are you doing? Are you looking at pictures of Daryl back there on your wall? Is that? I think there's 6 pictures of Daryl back there. What's going on? Oh, hey, he just pops out of nowhere.
Stuff I'm doing.
All right, so Kat, give us your definitive statement. What is your favorite vampire franchise? Or Arby's, or Arby's
Arby's meal.
sandwich.
That's a lot of product placement that we
Or
have
your
to get
choice.
paid for.
I had to pick. I'm a Twilight fan, so I can't say that.
She's a Twilight fan. You hear that? Migdalia cringed a little bit right now.
Oh my god.
Hey, let me ask you this. If Daryl was a
How old are
vampire,
you?
what kind of vampire would he be, do you think? If Daryl was a vampire, what kind of... Would Daryl be a vampire or werewolf?
Daryl would be one of the vampires from Twilight.
Yeah, he totally would be a vampire from Twilight.
He'd be one of the No, he would be one of the werewolves.
He would be a vampire. Do you think Daryl would be a werewolf?
The Twilight werewolf? He would totally be the Twilight werewolf.
All right, so Kat, tell us what your favorite vampire franchise is. Or do you have a question for Migdalia? An AMA.
What is
I don't
that?
have a question for Migs, but I have a question for Joe.
Ah, crap. What's going on?
No, it's because what God? I think it was I don't know, Facebook or something. I don't remember. All I know is I literally popped my Insta open today, and the first picture that came up was you at the last Jedi press junket, and I'm so mad.
Oh, the Star Wars thing. Yeah, I was at the Star Wars The Last Jedi press junket today.
But he didn't get to see the movie.
No, I'll see the movie next Saturday, and me and Ro are going to be covering. Hey, if you guys are fans of Star Wars Trilogy, tune into our Facebook page, Star Wars Trilogy, sponsored by that hashtag show. We are going to be live tomorrow at the press conference for Star Wars The Last Jedi. I have not seen the movie yet. I did talk to the cast of the movie, and they've given me no spoilers, so even if you wanted to ask me, I don't know what's going on. But I will be seeing the movie next week, and we will be live streaming the after party for the premiere right here on that hashtag show. But thanks for asking. What are you most looking forward to in The Last Jedi, Kat?
Okay, I think the one thing I'm excited for, and I did kind of see the trailer for this, so I'm kind of excited, Chewie backhanding that porg, because that was the best thing I have seen.
Yeah, I think the closest thing we have to porgs here at Jezer. But thank you so much for calling in, Kat, and we will see you next week. Thank you so much. Take care. All right, let's move on to our next...
I want Serenity to call in. This
Serenity, give us a
guy
call.
is just like throwing out all kinds of crazy.
I like
crazies.
Serenity. Serenity's my favorite now. We vibe on this Star Wars thing.
I like people who comment in depth here, and I can really get into a debate with. And
You know what? You know what I love about Serenity though?
I like
Is
Serenity. Olivia Peterson. Where's
Olivia
she
Peterson.
been? Yeah.
The great thing about Serenity is he stands by his statements, and now looking at it, we have very similar views on a lot of these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask, what got you into vampire stuff, like Joss Whedon stuff? Was it Buffy in general?
It was just Buffy. It was, coming of an age story. It was well written. It was kind of, and all the supernatural stuff was metaphorical, and I was really into supernatural at that age. I started watching Charmed and Buffy.
Supernatural?
No, Supernatural came like years later. I haven't even started Supernatural yet.
Oh, Charmed. That's right. Charmed was around then.
Charmed was big. Yeah, that was mid 90s to late 90s. I don't know. I just really connected with the characters, and it was really great storylines with that. So
It's
Oh,
my
look at this one. Didn't
Bullet
respond
Club.
to
Give us a
anything
Bullet Club.
with
Give us a
this
Bullet Club symbol. It's our
Mexican
Junior, our wrestling
cameo
producers here.
period.
Junior, our wrestling producer, give me a Bullet Club sign. There you go. If you like wrestling, we do a show every Tuesday. Me and Kevin Kittredge, double K. Well, one more K, that'd be a little racist. But we do twos. We do two Ks here. Two strikeouts.
We should do a hashtag wrestling match.
What? Wait, what?
Look, can you see Jezzer in like a one
Taz.
piece?
I can see him in a singlet. I can totally see Jezzer in a singlet. Now, another question for you is: I know you have a huge affinity for the DC universe. Do you think that with the climate of the DC universe, do you think that we'll ever be able to see the golden era of the Dark Knight return to the DC universe?
No, I think that was just a special gem of its time that we're never going to get back, which is fine. Tim Burton's Batman was a thing.
Even Richard Donner's Superman.
Richard Donner's Superman and Christopher Nolan's is just going to be its own gem. Nothing can recreate that. I don't think so.
Now, when it comes to cinematic universes, I know we already have the Marvel and DCEU. What other cinematic universes do you think can grow now? Like, I mean, do you think that we can possibly, like, not even just talking about comic books so much, but even talking about just like, because right now we have David S. Goyer is rumored to be writing and directing the Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So-
we already know that the Universal's Dark Universe is tanking.
Yeah,
We
it's
actually,
bad.
I believe they canceled it.
How unfortunate is that, though?
But what's weird is Guillermo del Toro just came out and was like, I regret not signing on,
So-
but it's
so
not even a thing
He
anymore.
actually, I have a story releasing on Screen Rant about that. I actually asked him about that when I did The Shape of Water. I asked him directly, why do you think classic monster movie characters aren't connecting with fans nowadays? He gives a great answer. I'm not going to spoil it. Screen Rant's going to put that out in
Oh
the
man,
next week.
I want to hear.
It's a really good answer. I will say this though, honest to God, no bullshit. The best movie I've seen this whole year is Shape of Water.
I do want to see that, but it does look a little depressing.
So
but I do want to see
are you
it.
a fan of Pan's Labyrinth?
I haven't seen it, but I'm a fan.
You haven't seen Pan's
I'm
Labyrinth?
a fan of Guillermo. So.
Oh man, Pan's Labyrinth is, to me, first of all, Pan's Labyrinth is my favorite movie of all time. Second of all,
Statement.
it's a really good movie though. Second of all, I don't think it's as good as Pan's, but it's right up there. So when you go and watch this movie though, I don't want to spoil it for you. Just go and watch it, and then we'll talk again, because you can view this in a completely different way. Because I asked Guillermo del Toro this. Actually, I'll just tell you because it's not going to spoil anything. I said, if you look at Michael Shannon's character in the movie, and if this were the 1960s, early 1960s, he'd be looked at as the hero. But since it's modern day, he's not looked at that way.
So it's obviously it's a period piece.
It's a period piece from the 1960s, but it's the exact same movie tropes that you would get in the 1960s.
Okay.
So just by that small change makes that movie magnificent. It is so good. It is so well crafted. That guy's master. That guy's a master
He's so
director.
good.
I would love to
Much as
see him
I'm gonna
direct a
miss
star.
him in Pacific Rim 2.
I
but,
know. He's executive producing it though.
He is, and the trailer that came out for that got me really hyped. And that's like the first time I found John Boyega to be hot.
You know
like
what?
When he was coming down, like Idris Elba.
I was just saying that about John Boyega. You know, I'm really
accent.
happy that John has kind of come into his own as an actual actor, because Detroit was great. He had a great
I
performance.
just saw that for the first time the other
It was
day.
good.
Yeah.
John Boyega's great
It's
in
depressing.
it, and it is depressing, but he's great in it. And I'm glad that he's having such a big year. And now to do a franchise out of Star Wars means that the guy has legs. And same thing with Daisy Ridley, right? She's Chaos Walking. We obviously know she's on the Murder of the Orient Express. So I'm happy that they're not getting caught into these tropes that a lot of the former actors of Star Wars got caught into back in the day. I mean, Christopher Reeves is like the poster boy of this. Like,
yeah,
once
but
he was
Mark Hamill made a great career out of voice acting.
Absolutely. Not discrediting it.
And Carrie Fisher, comedy.
And writing.
Yeah.
I mean, not crediting those guys at all, but like, I feel that now there's not this stigma of like, oh, you're in a superhero movie, you can't be cast as anything else, or you're in this thing. You can't be casting. I think that's kind of broken at this point.
Yeah, because Christopher Reeves really got stuck into that.
Yeah, and that was that
Which is a
era.
shame, yeah.
But I mean, you got guys like Robert Redford being in Captain America. You know what I mean? Like you got Michael
But that
Douglas.
was later in the
Of
year.
course,
That's
that's
like
what
when
I'm
they're
saying.
like, I want to chill out now.
But I mean, all right, even people. John Boyega is a great example. Doing something as real as Detroit was a great step. And I mean, whoever his agent is great. They're like, do that. You need to do.
I'm so jealous of like these British actors can do an American accent so flawlessly, and I can't do a British accent.
Do it. Try it. For the rest of the show, you have to do a British accent.
I can't do it. It'll sound really Southern. I go from British to Southern.
Just do it.
Well, you guys like say something, and maybe I can.
Say you're
These are cold.
a big fan of Arby's.
Well, they've been sitting around since you guys started.
All right, so I'm gonna eat this
We
Arby's
literally
sandwich.
had no material,
I'm gonna eat
and
this
then we have all the material.
Arby's sandwich. I don't know what kind of meat this is.
That looks like roast beef.
Yeah.
Look at that cheese.
I think it is roast
That
beef.
is not cheese.
I don't
That's
think-
radioactive.
I don't think a human should consume this. Actually,
Look at the color of that cheese.
you can obviously tell that this After Dark was meant for Daniel specifically. I like Cheese Whiz. This is like Cheese Whiz. It's not
Is
terrible.
that Josh's favorite sandwich?
Hold on. Is that Cheese Whiz?
It's melted cheddar.
It's not cheddar cheese.
What kind of meat is this?
That's roast beef. You don't know what roast beef looks like?
No, what kind of cuts of roast beef? It's like.
It's from the ass of the beef.
All right.
It's beef ass.
That looks like turkey.
That's from the deli counter.
We finally got a super chat.
But super chat.
Oh, hey.
Thank you, Derek.
Not trying to sell Migdalia off because this isn't that kind of show. However, Migdalia did say that if you super chatted enough, she will go to Angel Grove prom with you. Did you not say that?
I said Patreon tier.
Well, we can do the same thing. What's the difference?
That's not the same thing. I said $50 or $100.
If you want to ask Migdalia to prom, go right ahead, is what she told me off
I'm
air.
going to kill you.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about that.
Well, Joe, you said you were offering a first dance.
Actually, funny enough, I actually have a date, so you didn't watch that episode of the Ranger Wrap Up, so we're solid there. I'm okay. But
I said a dance, not a date.
I'll listen. Rob told me he'd dance with anybody because Rob. Yeah, I don't know if you know this. Rob's a mean crip walker.
Dancing machine?
From
I'll have a dance off with him.
from the streets.
And Keith.
Didn't you have a dance off with
And
Keith?
Keith.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you?
No,
do we have
he
footage?
pushed
Hey,
out.
Keith, do we have footage of her dance off?
He pussed out.
Where's the footage of Migdalia's dance off?
Why is he pulling his backpack?
I mean, that dancing is an overstatement.
Yo, look at that clip of me and Brian. We had a dance off.
All right,
here.
hey, Matt, Rat House Production wants us to talk about the comic book bubble
What's that?
that's soon to pop. The movies, comic book movies that it's soon to pop. The bubble. We talked about this on Marvel. It's not going to pop.
No. The 4 to 5 years thing? No.
45 years thing.
Remember someone asked, is it going to die off in 4 to 5
Oh,
years?
4 to 5 years, yes. Comic book movies are going to be around for a long time. And the main reason is because, especially with Marvel, and I can say, listen, I'm trying to be as biased as I can be, but even Wonder Woman, is that there are so many different genres in the
Right.
comic book movie. If you really think about it, something like Road to Perdition is a comic book movie. And that's a movie with Paul Newman, Tom Hanks. That's a comic book movie. Comic book movies are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It is a genre.
It's a giant umbrella, but there, like you said, there are some
This
genres.
Arby's stuff is not half bad. So
I think you just drank too much.
that could've been
You're
it.
having the alcohol munchies, as I like to call them.
I call that
Because
the.
I get them and then I start eating
I
a
call
lot
that
of
the
fries.
Jezer succubus. Hey, I'm gonna buy you a drink and I'll buy you dinner kind of deal.
I did not even say that.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that, but he meant that.
Oh, wait. Serenity wants to call in.
Oh hell yeah! Serenity, call in.
What's the Skype?
It's that hashtag show.
Yeah, it's that hashtag show, but it's all separated, I believe.
Yeah. That hash.
You got anything else?
You'll be the last call we take because we have a meeting going on soon.
I did that. I did that video of Migdalia.
That wasn't half bad. All right, so we talking about comic book movies.
But you know, it is interesting that they still have not released a Phase 4 of Marvel.
Well,
Are they not sure what they're going to do, or they're going to wait till after part 2? Infinity
Do you
War?
actually think there's going to be a phase 4?
Well, they did say they were going to break off the phases, right?
And do you think it all changes?
I mean, then what do you do with Captain Marvel?
Because realistically,
and Black Panther 2?
Personally, in the long run, I think DC might have the better idea. In the long run, if you think about if they want to do multiverses and all these different types of movies and then combine it into one universe, it could really work. It could work really well. I do agree with Serenity when the Star Wars universe being a little bit overrated. I completely agree with that. Super chat, Derek Hervey.
Not lying, the dance moves here gonna drop it down like roll bounce X. You got served. Hashtag Southside.
I don't even know what that meant.
Me either.
Roll bounce. I know that Bow Wow was in that.
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay.
Well, that's not the same.
Is it yippee or yippee yo?
That's not the same. Bow Wow is in Roll Bounce X. I don't know about the You Got Served. That might be the sequel.
We got a call.
Whoa! Let's answer it. Hello. What is going? Oh,
Hold
there we
on.
go.
Oh wait.
Hello.
Matt? Is that Matt? Wait,
Yo.
we had a call right there.
What happened?
I don't know. You don't know how to answer calls.
Why do you say it like that? It's calls, not calls.
Shut up. It's my jersey. Who is this? Who is this?
Who is this? Tiffany?
This is Matt.
Just kidding. Matt.
That's Matt's last name, right?
Yeah. Matt. No, his last name is not
It's Bulgarian.
After Dark. It's not
MFer. It says Bulgarian right there.
MF.
I didn't want to get too explicit.
What happened?
Call on hold. This is why I hate Skype.
This is why
That's why I don't want to do our meeting on Skype.
Yeah, right? That's a good point.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Oh, man. Skype is the worst.
Damn it. Maybe
How come
we'll
you guys
do
didn't hook
Google
this up?
Hangouts next
How come
time.
you guys didn't hook this up to the speaker?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Nothing much. What you got?
What's up? Who
is
are we
it?
talking to?
This is Serenity.
Yeah! Serenity, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much.
Hey, I watched your dance videos. They're amazing. Your interpretive dance stuff. It's amazing.
Thanks.
So I listen. You're an outspoken individual, which I love. I want to get your take on the Star Wars universe, Marvel universe, and DC universe.
We're going to be here all day.
Hey, he has good opinions. There we go. Yes.
He knows it.
The whole Star Wars thing for me, it just personally, there's no character for me to connect with.
Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
For Marvel, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, I like Marvel comics, but pretty much all my characters that I like are X-Men. So
Yes.
that's the right one. And then the few characters I do like that aren't X-Men, they're not in the films at all, or they're barely used. Like, I love Scarlet Witch. So, like, that's the main reason I keep watching my movies, like Avengers and Civil War. I didn't like those movies. I liked the way that character, and I like the way Elizabeth Olsen plays her. So I keep giving it a try, and like Marvel just keeps, for me, just it's very mixed. Except for, like I said, Guardians 1 and Ant-Man. I love those two movies, but the rest of them, like, I watch them and I forget them.
Yeah, I mean, I think your biggest problem too is also lack of great villains, and some of those stories all feel similar, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's talk to us about the DC universe. I know you're a big outspoken DC fan, right?
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm like before BVS, I never liked Batman. I don't really like
What?
them that
Oh my
much.
God! Where's the off button?
Wait, Serenity, are you more of a Superman fan than a Batman fan?
I think he said that. Yeah.
I'm more into women. That's the thing. I'm into.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm with
Okay.
that. Yeah, I'm definitely with that.
And I like people with powers. So
Yeah.
Batman don't have powers. Doesn't really work for me. And his
That's what makes him
attitude, I
so
don't like his
badass.
personality. I like personalities that are more happy-go-lucky kind of people, upbeat. He's always dour and serious, so I can't really. connect with him.
He's right. He's not lying.
totally my vibe.
But I like his sidekicks. I love Batgirl. I love Nightwing. I love Tim Drake Robin. I like
Me too. Tim Drake Robin's the best Robin, right?
probably Tim Drake. 'Cause
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Drake is the first non superpowered person book who I read. Like I never everything else was like X-Men, Avengers, stuff like that. But when he got his solo book, I think it was Bad Girls on the cover or something. I picked it up and I've been reading it ever since.
I agree with that 100%. Tim Drake is also, I think, to me the outstanding Robin for the same exact reason. It was the Robin I grew up with, so I completely understand that.
Really? I grew up with Chris O'Donnell.
Well,
just kidding.
that era though was the Tim Drake era, but
with animated series Robin. So
Yes. No. That's
so
a good
so
one.
hold on, Serenity. Let's get into the X-Men for real quick. Well, I'm gonna assume your favorite X-Men, and this is may be wrong for me. Is it Storm?
No, I told you guys, Jean Grey.
Oh, that's right. It's Jean Grey. I did know that. I did know that.
Ugh.
I know. I'm with
This
this.
is what happened when I first watched. X-Men series how I introduced to them. So like the first, season or so, it was all about Rogue and Storm. Those two are the ones I was most connected with. Especially Rogue, because she's from the South. He's got this whole drama with her power. I like tortured characters that have something to them. Like that's the same thing with soap operas. Like I love Sammy from Days of Our Lives.
So does Migdalia.
Tortured character, but there's good in her, but she keeps doing bad stuff. So the same thing with I like whoa, she got all this drama with her family and her, like Mystique and Gambit and not able.
You like a good soap opera.
Her heart is dear to me.
So
when
what?
became Phoenix, it's like instantly it was like forget everybody else. It's all about her.
So when you get mostly into the comic storylines, it's definitely for you more character driven than it is action driven.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm with that 100%
When it comes
because
to X-Men, yeah.
especially when it comes to X-Men, I think those are great choices. What made you attached to the strong female characters in that?
The movies because they're like to me they're very character driven. They're not heavy on the action. Like when the action happened, like Man of Steel, action didn't really happen towards the end of the movie, and it was like nonstop, blah 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 blah. But before all of that, it was all this character stuff, and I like that.
Serenity, you got to call in more often, man. I love hearing your opinions on stuff. You're so well versed in the into the universes we talk about here.
Yeah, it took me a while because I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Appleware.
Yeah.
So I don't have a mic, so I had to use my tablet, and it took forever for it to work.
I'm happy you called in though. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great getting some insight. Now, Migdalia, you have any questions for Serenity while he's on the line?
At this time, I don't. I just want to thank you for always commenting, especially with your in-depth analysis on our shows.
And before we even let you go, I got to ask you because neither one of us are on the Riverdale show.
Yeah.
And I know that you're a Riverdale fan and you watch Sarah and Daniel. Give us your Riverdale theory so we can pass it along to them.
Oh yeah, me and we talked about it. My theory is that Chick Cooper is. He's not the man in the black hood, but he's behind it all. That's my theory. Like he's orchestrating this because he found out he was adopted, and he's like angry at his mother for disowning him, and that's why he's doing all of this.
Serenity, we love hearing from you. Call in more often. You have great theories. You have great insight. Thank you so much for calling in today.
Yes.
But we're gonna go. But thank you so much, Serenity.
Thank you so much.
So I'll be able to call in more often.
We're looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, take care.
You too. Take care. Thank you.
All right. Firstly, we have to wrap up the show.
We do got to wrap up the show. We drank a lot of vodka.
Robert, we'll take your call next week. Unfortunately, we do have to wrap up. We have a lengthy meeting ahead of us. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed our non-existent Arby's challenge, but we'll do a.
I ate.
But
I'll
thanks,
eat
Josh.
I ate an Arby's sandwich. You haven't even had Arby's. I don't even know what is this. Oh crap.
It's something on your laptop.
Shit.
That looks like turkey, right? But look at that cheese.
It's Cheese Whiz.
Radioactive cheese.
1000%. All right.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for calling in. Mm-hmm. Serenity, thank you so much. Kat, thank you so much. Yeah. Robert, thank you so much. Derek, thank you for the super chat.
Yes.
Oh, who else super chat? Somebody else did too. Was it
No,
Larry?
it was just Derek.
Derek's amazing, by the way.
Derek, thank you so much.
Oh, shit.
Wow, that was extreme.
Derek sent in a package and I completely forgot to bring it.
Wait. Oh, okay, to you. I had someone else's package.
Oh.
Remember, like before I left, there was a letter that I couldn't read on there?
Yeah, it was Derek's.
Was it Derek's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got another super chat, by the way. Oh, boy.
Wait, what? What is this?
That's for you.
It's so hard to leave.
That's for you.
What?
I'm gonna let you read that.
If I may, Migdalia, would you go to PMC 2018 prom? Derek, I don't want to commit so early, but we will definitely dance if you are there.
Commit.
I can't commit. It's too early. Not that I'm going to take any other date, but I'm just like...
Commit. Don't leave the guy hanging. Commit.
I'm not leaving him hanging.
Commit. Do it. The guy, come on. He's super chatty. He wants you. Come on. Commit. This could be another prom day right here. They're calling that. Commit.
Derek will talk.
What does that even mean? Just commit. Migdalia says yes, she will
Put
go.
me on the spot. There's like 5 dudes looking at me right now.
Well, commit. Just commit. Will you do it?
End the stream.
Will you do it?
How long is this prom? 3 hours?
What's the matter?
All right. Whatever.
All right. Woo! We'll edit that together and make it a thing. All right. So that's going to do it for us. Derek. That was Derek, right?
Derek, you better come in looking fly.
She wants a tux. What else do you want? Corsage?
Definitely.
What else? Limo?
That's it. No, you're
Limo
gonna
drive-through?
get us the limo.
Wait, me? No.
You're getting the whole cast of limo.
No.
Yes, you are.
Mm-mm. Just me and
We're
my
all
prom
rolling
date.
up as a group.
Well.
Oh my God, Robert, stop it! You're being a
Did
stalker.
you just answer it?
No, we have to.
We have to end this. All right, Robert, call back next week. Derek, she said yes. Well, you did. Jared, he gave you a Jared ring.
Oh my God.
He said yes. This is what happens during the holidays. We make your dreams come true during the holidays here at that hashtag show.
And Joe is still available.
Actually, I'm not. I actually have a date.
He is.
I actually have a date.
No, he
You saw the prom video.
Did you guys though?
Well, there's a video. Fuck you. There's a video. That's going to do it for us that right here, that hashtag show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Derek, she said yes. And hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending.
And geek pop culture.
As I eat the Arby's turkey sandwich might be better.